Welcome to Frequency Matters, the RF and microwave update. I'm Pat Hindle, and I'm here with my co-host, Kristen Anderson. We discussed the August issue last time on the satellite and radio communications, and so this week I'd like to discuss the radar and electronic warfare supplement, which is the military microwaves. So we had a few articles that go with that theme this month. There was one article from National Instruments, and it discussed testing methods for a modular approach to ultra-wideband radar testing. We had another article by Keysight Technologies, and it discussed a simulation approach for EW systems, kind of a low-cost approach. And we had a third article from Rode and Schwartz, which covered S-band radar coexistence with LTE. So there's a lot of good content in the August supplement there, so take a read through it. There's also some products and a new pin limiter design method, so a lot of good information there. So it was a really big week this week for news.
Yeah. You're talking about Murata and Peregrine?
Yes.
Yeah, so they just announced this week that Murata will be acquiring Peregrine Semiconductor. Peregrine has stated that they will continue to operate as a subsidiary so that they'll maintain their brand and their own products. And this just seems like a great opportunity for Murata because they've been buying are using Peregrine products for years now.
Right.
So now they'll have access to a wide array of active devices that will complement their own wide range of passive devices and modules. So
yeah, and also on the merger front, International Rectifier was acquired by Infineon Technologies, and most people might think that's a little bit outside of our RF world, but they do use GaN technology for high power switching. So if that does take off, then it may lower the cost of GaN substrates and GaN processing for RF applications. So we'll keep an eye on that. So with all these mergers, it's kind of been an unprecedented level of mergers and acquisitions this year. So we took a chance and talked with Eric Heim from Strategy Analytics. He's a director for the compound semiconductor practice. So here's a short excerpt from that interview. So what do you think of all this consolidation?
Yeah, great, and thanks for having me in here, Pat. Very interesting time in the industry, to say the least. I think the trend that I'm seeing is it's become more efficient to acquire capabilities as opposed to develop them internally. I mean, it used to be some time ago that any of the component companies would like to keep that intellectual property inside, so they develop everything they need. But I think the markets are just evolving so quickly now that you can't do that. So it becomes challenge or a task in going out and finding the capability that you need and then seeing if you can make the dollars and cents work in the acquisition. So I think you see that in all the acquisitions that you just mentioned. The acquiring company has a lot more capability now where they were looking for a specific capability. The RFMD Triquint merger is perhaps a bit unusual in that they're calling that a merger of equals, and what I'm hearing is it looks like they're putting a pretty good sprinkling of both RFMD, ex-RFMD, and ex-Triquint employees in the different areas of the organizational chart. But still, you've got RFMD, known mainly as a handset company, acquiring the filter capability from Triquint and acquiring the GaN and the aerospace and defense capability that they weren't strong on.
Right.
You mentioned Hittite and ADI, and I think that's a perfect example where you've got both companies participating in different areas of the RF market, really. And now the combination can draw a bigger box, if you will, around that block diagram. Right. And can offer a fuller solution to the competitor. So I think it's very interesting. I think it may be a sign of a bit more consolidation to come.
And you can see that complete video interview with Eric Heim at micrwavejournal.com/mergers. So Kristen, what's happening on the event front?
Well, on the event front, I learned this week that a company called Mexia Interactive is partnering with CTIA, organizers of the Super Mobility Week show, in just a couple weeks in Las Vegas, to install over 125 sensors on the show floor.
Wow.
This will be the world's largest and most comprehensive deployment of sensors to showcase indoor mobile engagement technology and location analytics. So supporting Apple's iBeacon and Android devices through an open Bluetooth low energy antenna. The platform will allow instant monitoring and location analysis of mobile devices on site in real time, and it will deliver relevant messages to those who have opted in or downloaded the app. Now, information like where attendees are gathering and where they're lingering will be displayed via a heat map on Supermobility Week's
that's cool.
big data wall. So if you're one of the 40,000 or so people attending that show, look for the big data wall. We'd like to hear about how this technology is being used and maybe its future applications as well.
Yeah, it's being discussed a lot in the topic we've been covering, Internet of Things. So
right.
we'll keep an eye on that topic for sure.
Kind of exciting, yep.
Well, there's also European Microwave Week starting October 5th.
Yeah.
And so that's made up of 3 conferences. There's a Microwave conference, the Microwave IC conference,
Yep.
and the Radar conference. So
Right.
I think they got over 1,600 paper submissions, so they did
Right.
really well this year. It should be a high quality conference. And I do see them as differentiating themselves from some of the other microwave conferences in that they have a significant defense component, which most of the domestic shows are not able to produce. So
Yep.
I think it'll be a good show. And to that end, Micrwave Journal is organizing a panel session at the Defense, Space, and Security Forum
Right.
on October 8th. So
Right.
that'll be fun.
That's great.
So how about on the research front? Have you just come across any interesting research?
Yeah, yep, absolutely. A member of the I-Team, which is the Institute for Telecommunications and Multimedia Applications over at the Polytechnical University of Valencia, has shared with us information about their SUTUNE filter project. That's SIWTUNE.
Substrate Integrated Waveguide.
If I'm pronouncing it right. And this is about the efficient synthesis and design of reconfigurable MEMS-based bandpass filters in substrate integrated waveguide technology.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, like you just said. So what they're developing right now is an original tool for the synthesis of a filter coupling matrix. But they've already developed a comb line filter design and optimization methodology based on the mixed space mapping approach using switch matrices and structure segmentation. So we'd like to thank Andre Mueller, the researcher on this project, for sharing this information with us. If you recall, Andre had developed the 3D Smith chart.
Oh yeah, very familiar with
And he
Andre.
co-authored that paper on its applications. I think it was our July 2012 issue, which is online in our archives if anyone wants to look that up.
Yeah, he's done some very good work.
Very good work, yep.
And on the last note, I just wanted to let everybody know that EDICon will be taking place next April, and the call for papers finishes up October 31st. So go to our website, ediconchina.com, to submit a paper.
Right.
And also the exhibition is filling up, so if you're interested in exhibiting at the largest show, both conference and exhibition together in China, definitely check out our website.
Yeah, it's the thing to do right now.
Yes.
Well, in conclusion, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Mini Circuits, online at minicircuits.com, and also Keysight Technologies, formerly Agilent Technologies Electronic Measurements Group, online at keysight.com. And we'd like to thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again for the next episode of Frequency Matters.